Ethan slammed his car door shut, the sound echoing in the desolate rural landscape. Holding a flashlight, he approached the old, creaking iron gate of the abandoned mansion he'd inherited. Growing up, he'd heard chilling tales of the place, stories too wild to believe. Yet here he was, curiosity overpowering his reason. Pushing open the gate, it groaned loudly as if the house itself were announcing his arrival. He walked the overgrown path with weeds brushing against his legs. The mansion stood grotesque yet grand, with ivy crawling up its tall, darkened walls, windows shattered or missing, and the roof in a state of decay. A full moon bathed the scene in an eerie silver light. Ethan reached the massive wooden door and pushed it open. It resisted but yielded with a deep, resonant creak. Stepping inside, he flicked on his flashlight. The beam cut through layers of dust in the musty air, illuminating shadowy interiors, cobweb-covered chandeliers, and broken furniture. His footsteps sounded unnaturally loud as the floorboards creaked in protest. Suddenly, the whisper of wind made him shiver. Shadows danced across the peeling wallpaper, and Ethan's flashlight beam quivered as his hand trembled ever so slightly. He paused near an ancient staircase, its steps sagging with age and neglect. Determined to explore, he ascended cautiously. The air grew colder with each step, and unsettling noises filled the silence. Faint whispers, the soft thud of footsteps, the distant sound of a child's laughter. Halfway up, a frigid breeze enveloped him, extinguishing his flashlight. Panic surged through Ethan. Struggling with the thought of turning back, he summoned his courage and pressed on. Upon reaching the upper floor, he felt an overwhelming sense of being watched. Rooms to his left and right beckoned with their doors ajar, inviting yet menacing. He chose the room at the end of the hall, its door slightly open as if expecting him. Pushing it open revealed what must have been a child's room long ago. A broken rocking chair moved gently on its own, while a dusty, moth-eaten teddy bear sat forlornly in a corner. Ethan's breath grew shallow. The sense of presence intensified until he could almost hear someone, or something, breathing beside him. He spun around, flashlight up, but there was nothing. Fear clawed at his insides. He backed out of the room and hurried down the hallway, barely pausing to descend the stairs. Back in the foyer, Ethan ran for the exit, the malevolent atmosphere pressing on him from all sides. He burst through the front door, into the night, gulping the fresh air. As he drove away, he glanced in his rearview mirror only once, catching sight of a dark figure standing on the mansion's balcony. Shivering, he pressed the pedal firmly, leaving the haunted past behind, or so he hoped. The old mansion remained, its many secrets buried under layers of dust, waiting for the next curious soul to awaken them.